My name is Akshay Bhaun. I work with photography between Delhi and London. My project, It Lay Between Us, looks at identification photographs after they leave official control. Built from recovered studio images in Delhi, the work looks at what happens to images beyond bureaucracy, how identity is carried, altered, or left unresolved, how photographic structures operate once official authority withdraws. I would recommend applying to the Eidolon Grant because it supports expansive work where research, care for materials, and public testing must happen together beyond the limits of the studio.
I'm Jennifer Good. I'm one of the recipients of the 2025 Eidolon Grant. My grandfather was an aerial reconnaissance photographer with the US Navy during World War II, and what the Eidolon Grant is going to enable me to do is to travel to the United States, to Seattle, Washington and Los Angeles, to investigate the family archive that my grandfather left behind. He was a stereoscopic photographer, meaning that the images that he used were designed to give more of a three-dimensional appreciation of the terrain that the military was dealing with. And in this research, I'm interested in studying this kind of aerial photography in itself through the lens of what Donna Haraway calls situated knowledges and the idea of a godlike, disembodied view from above. And I want to look at that in conjunction with my own messy transatlantic family history and the gaps in knowledge that it has left behind, considering how knowledge works visually and in terms of memory. I'd recommend applying for an Eidolon Grant because it can unlock access to archives and images that might otherwise not be accessible. It also has been my experience working with everyone at the Eidolon Foundation so far that they are as excited about my research as I am, incredibly supportive and helpful, and it's been a really positive experience, which I would recommend.
Hi, I'm Patrick Pound. I'm an artist, a writer and a collector. I was lucky enough to receive an Eidolon Foundation grant to write a book called Findings on Found Photography. This will be a book of observations from over 30 years of collecting everyday photographs. Photography isn't what it used to be. Findings on Found Photography will look through everyday analogue photographs with an algorithmic sensibility and a sentimental stare. This will be a book about past images and what they mean in the present. When it comes to the Eidolon Foundation and everyday photography, they're the perfect partners, and I can't recommend them highly enough.